So the fight to UFC 298 has now concluded, and I think I have a good life lesson that I would like to share with everybody in regards to this particular fight. For one, going into the fight, a lot of people gave Ilya Topuria a lot of smack for basically being too overconfident going into this fight. I resent that. I'm going to tell you why. Now, as a Muslim, we understand there is an aspect to be humble. However, I never look down on anybody that decides to, let's say, feel uh feel a certain way about themselves that is what many would consider maybe overinflating their ego to a certain degree, or what other people may perceive as, let's say, too cocky or arrogant or anything like that. Look, I understand there are extremist aspects of being cocky and arrogant. However, there are aspects of self belief that I think people really misunderstand, and I think this is one of those situations. In Volkanovski's case, what we have going on is a situation where the man basically self deprecated himself. He basically said, you know what? I'm an old man, and manifested all of that into the fight. And when he got into the fight, guess what happened? He became an old man. He became somebody that couldn't take a shot. Now, one can argue that a lot of that has something to do with the fact that he took a fight with Islam Makhachev at a short notice and got knocked out in the process. I understand that. But you also got to understand somebody like George St. Pierre or somebody like John Jones would have never taken a short notice fight like that based on their legacy. Now, it did great for his bank account. He got that Arab money that he got going out to Abu Dhabi, but overall, it really ruined his legacy. So the choice is up to the individual what it is that they want. Is it better that you have money in your bank because you just lost and you just took all that damage? Or is it better that you keep your legacy intact? You'll still have money, but either way, you're not going to have as much money as you would have if you took that short notice fight. But I know what choice I would have made. And in the choice of Volkanovski, doubting himself, not even doubting himself in the outward level of things, but doubting himself in a subconscious way of basically telling the world, hey, I'm old. Look, Bruce Lee once said, you cannot go out there and self-deprecate yourself. You can't go out there and put yourself down, because if you do that, it's going to manifest into a reality. Ilya Topuria, on the other hand, he showed the reality of what he truly believes in himself. A lot of people gave him a lot of flack for writing on his social media, I am the 145 undisputed champion, before he even became the undisputed champion tonight. A lot of people didn't like that. To me, I like that. In all honesty, I like when a guy feels confident about himself, knows that he can get in there and get the job done. But I think the people that don't like it are just people that have low self-esteem. And that's just being honest with you. A lot of you who don't like the fact that Ilya Topuria came into this fight proclaiming that he was the best ever and that he was going to win this fight before that he could even win it, are just people that have never felt confident in anything that they do. You've never trained for anything that showed that, you know what, I'm the best at this. You've never done anything hard that showed that, hey, my hard work is going to be in display for the world to see right here. You're not that guy. So therefore, you get annoyed by it. All these people that didn't like what Ilya Topuria did, let's just be honest, you have low self-esteem. I understand there's a level of extremism with being cocky and arrogant, but there's also a level of extremism and radicalism that goes into hating other people that are more confident than you. So that's the reality of tonight's fight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been my 5 minutes of the recap of tonight's main event, and I will go over the rest of the card sometime this week, inshallah.